Welcome to the Disney Underground, your experimental podcast of tomorrow. Be sure to strap on your Mickey ears as our hosts, Panda, Gene, Sammy, and Morgan, take you through all the happenings in the world of Disney and Universal. Are you ready for some fun, games, and an occasional guest or two? Then sit back, relax, and enjoy the Disney Underground.
Good evening. Welcome to the Disney Underground, your experimental podcast of tomorrow. Gene Fitzmagic, my man Panda, Sammy D. We're a little short today. We don't have our co-host Morgan Stark. She is away on location, as they say.
I just saw her 2 days ago. She was bleeding, bloody, screaming out in pain, and a conga line of people were just passing her. It was very tragic. They just couldn't care less about her. She was a scare actor at HHN.
So I do want to apologize. We have a new mod in our that works with us. So I want to say shout out to Paul Angle, to Tina, to Molly. We do have a new mod, but we weren't able to get his credentials into the thing, so he's not going to have the wrench just yet. Simba 2, we apologize if you're here yet, but we will get that squared away right after the show. We're having a hard time finding your icon or whatever. What would it be, like? His screen name. So we'll take care of that as soon as we get it after the show. But he is a mod, so anyone sees him in there, thank him for being a great mod for us. Now part of our mod team. So how's everybody else doing this week?
Good.
So far, so good.
Sammy, I like the ears.
Thank you. They're new.
I
actually just came out of the plate.
The pirate ears.
Joey loves like the classic look, so he kind of went for a classic Pirates Mickey. So I'm excited. I just took them off the plate. Haven't even
see there's Simba 2. See that? See there it is right there.
Yeah, so and I type that in, it does not come up with a dash, with an underscore, and that's exactly how I typed it. It doesn't show up as a choice. I'll figure it out later.
All right.
Hey, Simba 2.
Simba 2, thank you so much. We will figure that out right after the show.
He has a wrench, they said?
Oh, does he have a wrench? I'm not even.
Maybe we added him.
No, we don't. He doesn't have a wrench. I don't see it. Okay. He should have a wrench, so he'll have a wrench soon. Unless on mine it doesn't show a wrench. So we'll take care of that right after the show. But hello to everybody else that's here. We're glad to have you in the house. Me and the Minis, Leslie Ojeda, Joseph Burke, Disney Gal. Ryan and Ead, as always, is here. Lisa, Following the Magic, is here. Joe Ruach is here. Corey Cross, Elizabeth Lichiardone. How's everybody doing? Lily Johns, SG88 Keys. Marla and CA is here. So we want to say hello to everybody. We got two special guests.
Yeah. Do you want me to set up? You want me to set up the table?
Yeah, let you do it. Let you do it.
Okay. So I have a friend, Kat Corson, and her friend, Ava Toomey, who are very passionate about a lot of things, actually. But they're really passionate about the citizens of Hollywood. Now, for those that don't know what that is, that was under the umbrella of Streetmosphere, which were the actors and actresses that came into the Magic Kingdom. Mostly Hollywood Studios, I think, is where we remember them the most for some reason. I think there was probably the most there. And thank you, Leslie.
Oh, thank you so much, Leslie.
They started a petition to get these people back because since COVID, Disney kind of dragging their feet on whether or not we really liked these citizens of Hollywood and Streetmosphere. They really were the blood in the veins of the street. I mean, there are times where when I lived in New York, I would come home and remember more about my interactions with the citizens and with Streetmosphere than I did the attractions. Like I would remember talking to Desmond Normand, I think I'm saying it right, or Paige Turner or them. So let's bring in our Ava and Kat.
Let's bring them on in. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you. Thanks.
So
yeah, Kat, how did you say, you know what, I have to make a petition because we have to start some
momentum. So basically, I've been a fan of the Citizens of Hollywood. I lived up in Jersey originally, and I would watch the Citizens of Hollywood on YouTube all the time, especially in high school because, you get bullied a lot and stuff like that. So they were my comfort in study hall and everything. just to have something to laugh at instead of being laughed at. And then after I moved down here, I got involved in the fandom with the Citizens of Hollywood. I would go and watch them all the time. And obviously 2020 happened and we were like, okay, it's fine. Everything's, closing down, but then it'll come back. And then as time went on, they didn't come back. And it was understandable with social distancing and everything. It's kind of hard for them to do their show, not just the Citizens of Hollywood, but the Citizens of Main Street, all of Streetmosphere. So then the fandom was waiting, and we were waiting as more things opened up. And then we started noticing that they were getting overlooked.
Did they freeze?
Oh, they did.
And then they came back for the run. Oh no. Okay.
You're back now.
There you go.
Yeah. So the Citizens of Hollywood came back for the Run Disney. They had Betty Shambles, Paige Turner, Ace Victory, and I can't remember the last woman's name who came back.
See, Disney does that a lot, though, where they take something away from us and then they come out with a mug from it, and you're like, why are you teasing me for something I love?
Yep.
Like the Adventurers Club keychain. Here you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So everyone thought, okay, that means that they're coming back. But they didn't. So the fandom kind of we never left. We were waiting for them to come back. And after talking to a lot of different people, and Ava included, and just really trying to figure out what to do, we decided, well, maybe they'll listen if, hi, Rodney, maybe they'll listen if we make a petition and we show them that there is still a fandom and that people still care. So sorry for a long-winded answer.
No, that's fine. It started off slow, but what are we up to now? Do you know what we're up to with signatures?
So we're almost up to 3,000 signatures. I don't know the exact. I think it was 2,800 and some odd numbers. But the next goal on the petition is to get up to 5,000. But if we could just keep it going, the more numbers, the better.
Of course, Gene, I didn't send you the link to the petition, so
you didn't.
Ava or Kat, if you
I believe you can get it.
I
believe you can get to it through their Instagrams. I believe, correct?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my Instagram does have the link to the petition on it.
We have that link at least. We have that link. Panda got me that one.
I did something half right. I'm smart adjacent.
There you
today.
Go. I think you're very talented. I think you're very smart. Don't
thank you. I hope. Yeah, so I really, really, really missed them. As a matter of fact, I was in in Streetmosphere. I was in the Magic Kingdom, and one of my best memories is my husband, who is a very, I'm just going to say this for lack of a better term, normal guy. When I say this, he's not very outgoing. He's not. There's just nothing. I don't know. There's nothing gay about him. I don't know why. There's just not. I know. So, but when we're in the Magic Kingdom and he's embarrassed of different things, he goes into a shop or something. I forgot what happened. And the two of the people, the suffragettes from Main Streetmosphere, grab onto him. And, oh no, I met them outside and I said, listen, my husband is in the shop. Here's what he looks like. Go bother him. And they were on it. They left and cornered him and started talking to him and trespassed him around the shop. And he's like, what's going on? And it was so good to watch him scramble like that. It was good. It was great. So I just love them. Betty Shambles. Who are some of the notable Streetmosphere people that we all know? What are some of the names?
Sunny Burbank, who's a pretty big one.
Betty Shambles, as you said.
Evie Starlight.
Evie, my girl. Dorma Nesmond. It's Dorma Nesmond.
I said to her Norma Desmond, and she go, "Oh, copyright."
That sounds like Dorma. Who else? Stone Granite. Love Stone.
Okay.
His real name was Leslie Pumice, and he did not like it if you called him Leslie, because when he came to Hollywood, he changed it to Stone Granite. So he would get really mad at you if you started calling him Leslie.
Wait, that's his real name is Leslie? Is Leslie Pumice?
Yeah, so all of the citizens have backstories of how they started before they got into Hollywood. So Betty Shambles was from the Midwest, small town girl off the bus. She has a face for radio. So she decided to try to make it in Hollywood. Evie Starlight, she got her. Oh yes, the street work.
They were great.
Yeah, I just forgot their names. But yes, like they were a part of the Citizens of Hollywood as well. They weren't there towards the end in 2020, except for Buddy Flowers. He was still there. But yeah, so they had all backstories. Evie got started doing hot dog commercials. She didn't like it when people brought that up. But they all had backstories to their to who they were before they got to Hollywood. So Stone was before he became Stone Granite. Ace, of course. Oh, sorry.
How can you forget Ace Victory?
That man, the voice of a king. Literally, he sounded like Elvis. Jack Diamond. Jack Diamond.
Jack is the only guy that's done magic that has freaked me out. Gina, have you ever met them, like a card magician in the studios? Does that sound familiar to you?
I haven't. I don't remember.
Sammy, have you or Aiden or Joe had interactions with these people?
No, but I would have loved to seen that.
But you didn't have any interactions with any Streetmosphere Citizens of Hollywood that you remember?
No, unfortunately, I feel like I missed out on that because as soon as I would get to the parks, I do have a little one, so he would want to go straight to Galaxy's Edge or straight to Toy Story Land. So I kind of always never walked around and kind of took advantage of the Citizens. So I feel like now that they're not here, I'm like, man, I missed out on it. Like I hope they do come back.
Knowing what I know of your son Aiden, he'd enjoy just talking to them. He'd laugh his butt off, I think.
Yeah.
So because they were really good. Yeah, when you walked into Hollywood Studios, they brought it alive. Do you remember? Sometimes I think it was Evie Starlight would be up in a window on the 5 and Dime, and she'd be yelling down to somebody about, "You don't love me. You don't come home anymore." And then there was a guy down there talking about, "But honey, I'm doing this," and this would go on for a half hour, and you could just. It was never the same. It was always different. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So I mean, what I've been happy to see that they are in other roles sometimes. I was happy to see Betty Shambles a couple of weeks ago doing the Frozen show in the studios. Obviously, she wasn't Betty Shambles. She was the storyteller.
She has a friend. Yeah, she has a friend over who does the she has a friend there. A few of them have friends over there. So.
Is that what they call it when they don't do their bits? That's their friend?
Well, yeah, so they have friends over there. They have friends all over. Yeah.
And it's very exciting when you find one of their friends and you can kind of tell them about their friend to their face and they're like shocked at who you're talking about. It's kind of cool. So, as a matter of fact, sorry, go ahead, Gene.
No, go ahead.
One of the suffragettes, which I don't even know the definition of that, but one of the Main Street ladies who were, trying to get women to vote and stuff, they go back there, was the original Pamelia Perkins. Tells you how old I am. When I was young, she was the original Pamelia Perkins in the Adventurers Club. And the theme was out with the old, in with the new, and she would start the night off as a very conservative lady. And you know what I'm talking about, Kat? Fran Gauchi, I think.
The name sounds familiar.
Okay, she's still doing stuff today in the parks and stuff, but she was amazing in the Adventurers Club. So I go that far back with these people.
Fair.
So, Ava, what was your what brought you to be such a devout fan of these guys?
Actually, that's how I met. I had moved here for college, and I went to UCF. And so, what do when you go to UCF? You spend all your free time at Disney. And so one day I was just hanging out at Hollywood Studios, and the Citizens had come by, and I was like, oh well, I've been on all of these rides about 5 million times now because I'm here every day. So I guess I'll sit and watch them. And then someone was sitting nearby watching them, and I don't remember if you came up to me or I came up to you or something like that happened.
Someone attacked
and then
someone.
It was probably an hour later of conversation of her giving me the entire history of all of their characters and their backstories. And I was like, that's really cool because I'm in school for film, so I'm obsessed with that kind of stuff already. And so I think her passion just kind of transferred over to me. And I was like, this is something that I really like. And they did do something kind of different every day. So it was something that you could go over and over again, and it would be something new and something different. It's not like a ride where every time you go on it, it's going to be the same. So it was just something very special.
Very cool. In addition to doing just, walk around and interact with people, there were like shows that would happen at a specific time on Hollywood Boulevard, right? The truck would come with a speaker and they would do like a dating game show. You could find these on YouTube and they're hysterical.
So, if you want the official names, because like she said, nerd.
That's why you're here. I love it.
Yes. This is my only useful talent is this. But so I think I can even remember their set times. I
think we lost.
Oh, you froze for a second. They freeze for a second, but then they come back. They're back.
Yeah, sorry. It's because we brought up Frozen. They're like, no, don't talk about it. No, so they had the Hollywood matchmaker game. So they would pull someone from the audience. It would either be 3 female contestants trying to win the heart of a male audience member that they would bring out, or 3 male contestants trying to win the heart of the female contestant that they pulled out from the audience. Then there was their most famous skit, which was the funniest sis in a Hollywood competition that would happen at 2:00 every day. It would be their last set of the day usually. Otherwise, for the fandom, it's known as 99. They would tell jokes in the 99 format. So 99 pictures would walk into a bar and the bartender would say, "Hey,
start off again. 99 pictures. Start again.
99 pictures." It's going to be bad. This is going to be a Bo Wrangler level joke.
That makes it good.
Poor Bo. He was the cowboy.
And they all had their own theme music when they would walk up to the mic, which I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they all had, you can actually find all of the music on like YouTube and stuff like that. So you can have, I actually have all the songs. So if anyone wants them, I can get you all their theme songs.
I love them. I want it.
Okay, I got you. I totally got you. But yeah, so they had that. Then they had smaller skits that they also would do throughout the day. Dorma liked to go into Brown Derby. They would go into Brown Derby and just talk to guests and, schmooze with them. They used to have drinks on the menu for the citizens.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so Jack Diamond had a drink. Ginny Vermouth. Ginny's actually pictured with Evie right behind Ava's head, right there. She was another one of my favorites. Mimi Kaboom too. She had a drink.
Loved her. She was amazing.
Betty, I don't think had a drink. Evie had a non-alcoholic drink, which I thought was pretty funny. But Dorma did. They all had different drinks and stuff like that. But then they had smaller skits that they would do throughout the day. They did the pool party skit where they would look for the pool party. When it rained, they would go inside Tower of Terror and scare people at the exit. Which Dorma just standing there looking like
terrifying enough.
Well, if you know what Dorma Nesmond looks like, if you don't Google her, she looks like a vampire.
Yeah.
And she would just stand there with her Oscar, be like to remind people that she was once famous. She once was great. And then she would just like move and scare people. So it was like HHN, but like
Dorma would talk about glucosamine and chondroitin constantly. I don't know what, like she was like, it's good for my joints. It's glucosamine and chondroitin. They were just fun. They were really funny.
Yeah.
I know we all want them back. Apart from signing the petition, should people tell guest relations? That's what I would think, is to tell them if you miss them.
I would say so. I think if you're like, hey, I was here on a previous vacation and there were these group of people in the streets and I thought they were really funny, like, are they still here? And they'll be like, no, they're not. And then you'd be like, oh, I think it'd be really cool if they, were back or something like that. I think would go a long way too.
Well, I think. Go ahead.
No, you go.
Well, they're not officially. It wasn't like officially canceled yet, right? Like there's the.
Not that we know of.
Their show is still technically, from what we know, is listed as dark. So their show has not closed. but it's just kind of sitting there. And Disney has yet to say anything officially. And if they still have the stuff and they're still around and they want to come back, I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. Sammy, are you the type that would go up and just talk to someone, or you would say, come on, Joe, let's get away from these people?
No, I would absolutely. I just, they're always in the front usually. So it's always something that we miss because we're always either at Toy Story Land or Galaxy. But if I'm alone shopping, of course, I would absolutely have a ball just talking to them.
Yeah. They, was Mary Thompson Hunt one of the characters? Does that sound familiar to you, Kat, that name, Mary Thompson Hunt?
I'm trying to think.
Okay, no, she might have been. She might do other things. I know she does some announcing, and she did, the Comedy Warehouse. I know, but I don't know if she did stream. I don't know if she did stream in the Magic Kingdom.
I know she wasn't there for the current cast, that was there up until March 2020. So she might have been friends with someone in the past, but as far as from 2016. When I moved down here, did I move down here in 2016? I don't know. But for the past 7 years, I know she wasn't part of that group.
In the Magic Kingdom, we had the mayor, we had the suffragette ladies. There was either 2 or 3 of them, and wasn't there also the fireman guy?
Yes, there was the fire chief. He was very fun to talk to.
He was fun. His wife is also very talented and does a lot of things, I think, as well. The fireman's in real life, his wife was another character somewhere. I don't know. I think you don't understand how much it meant to me that I would go there and try to talk to them and have fun. And I was a kid. I was a teenager at the time, and it was so special. I never thought that it would go away, ever.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any very special memory, one that's your absolute favorite with any of them, or?
Yeah, Mimi Kaboom doing, and I say this knowing she's no longer with us. I loved her. She was doing, and I have this on video on my channel. If you search for it, you'll find it. She was doing husband auditions. And I just saw, I didn't even know what was going on. I must be 19 years old at the time. And I'm like, who is this woman dressed up with a sign that says husband auditions? And I had no interest in auditioning. And I think she knew that. And I went over and I was like, hey, good luck. She goes, I'm trying all day. And this is on the video. So I says, well, here comes some guys. And she turns the sign and they walk right past. She goes, see, they don't even pay attention to me. It's like Frozen. It's terrible. There's nobody here. And then she does get one guy who comes, and the wife stops him and she goes, see, sir, you're married already. And she says, I don't want them to talk. I just want a husband that looks good and stays by my side. He shouldn't talk. He shouldn't say a word. And it just went on from there. And I could have spent an hour talking to her. During a Star Wars show, Betty Shambles came and talked to me for about 15 minutes. That's also a video on bigfatpanda.com because I loved Betty Shambles. And she wasn't talking to me because she knew me. She was just talking to anybody. Mm-hmm. There was a couple. Paige Turner, I remember. Evie Starlight was always wonderful. Evie Starlight, I should mention, has a friend that just worked at the Galactic Star Cruiser. Mm-hmm. And that's also now done for her. Poor girl can't get a break. There was something that happened to me that I don't know, and Morgan knows this because I said it on her podcast. I don't know if it's a real thing, though. One day, and this, Kat, you're going to probably find this weird. Everybody might, because this never happened again that I know of. I'm walking into the Great Movie Ride.
Yes. And
I see 2 plumbers. Not the plumbers that were the citizens outside. These were they were dressed as plumbers, but one was clearly a real person plumber, and the other was clearly a dummy, like from Test Track, like a car dummy, a crash test dummy.
Yeah.
The crash test dummy had the lines and the rivets and stuff, and I could see the other guy was holding him up. And I, being the know-it-all that I thought I was at the time, this is how Disney gets you. As I came in, I said, obviously, you're real and he's fake. And I'm just going through the queue to get onto the Great Movie Ride.
Yes.
And the fake one comes alive, Gene, and says, you don't always know everything, and squirts me with water. And I went, I couldn't believe that the one that looked like plastic with rivets and stuff just like this, that he was the one that was alive. The other guy was alive too, but I thought for sure they were, and they got me. And it was so special because, like, you know what, as much as I love Disney, you guys got me. So I don't know if that was Citizens of Hollywood or what they were doing. Never saw it again.
I would love to
I
answer
was
that.
saying, I don't know what that is, but oh boy, would I love for that to see that in person.
Yeah.
They were just hanging out where the carousel horse was on the Great Movie Ride queue, and that was all they were doing. But I love that type of live entertainment. And I do believe that if guests were surveyed, before they mention what ride they thought of, they would be like, oh, remember when that lady got dad to get embarrassed and this and that? It's just, it's a good little, you feel uncomfortable a little bit if they do it right.
Well, I think
I think that like street entertainment it's the difference between going to like an amusement park and going to a theme park.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say the fact that they spent, like you said, that at one point they spent 15 minutes with you, just shows you the dedication they have to what they do with the interaction with fans and with guests. How important it is to them, because like I said, 15 minutes, that's a long time to be able to interact with somebody.
In fairness to Betty, we were all waiting for the Star Wars parade. So when she was just talking to me, she also had a crowd of other people watching her. So it wasn't just like 15 minutes on one person, but she wouldn't have left if we would have kept talking and kept, giving her ammunition to keep coming at us. It would never have stopped the improv. It just would not have stopped.
Well, yeah, and they cared so much. Each citizen cared so much about making, every guest have a memorable experience. And they really took their time with it too, and they took time with each guest. And like for Fiera and Juan's scenario, how could Juan would kill us if he knew we forgot him. He's literally on the wall above us. But Juan, they both speak Spanish, so they were able to talk to guests. And Dorma could greet people in basically every language. I don't know how she does it, but she's at least 1 million years old. She just has a lot of the white
nip and tuck
helps. The white face paint really helps. She's well pickled, as we like to say. But they all really took their time with guests, and they really, really made you feel like you were a part of the show rather than you were watching the show. And they would have
definitely.
Well, Bo Wrangler, he was the cowboy Western movie star, and he would do rope tricks on the street, and he would have this giant lasso, and he would be like, come here, and like get people to take pictures, and he would lower the lasso and like go above, and Betty would do tap dancing routines. And they found different ways to really involve people, whether it was doing their big skits that were like a half an hour long that were full on shows, or if they came out for a half an hour and drove around in the cars, they would just start talking to people and really just play off of you and really just kind of make you feel like you were a movie as well.
I agree 100%.
I think one of the ones that I know was my favorite, but I think it was a crowd favorite, was the date between Evie and Sunny. And I always thought that was the most impressive thing I think I've ever seen, like, in my life. Because he would go, like, you'd have a big circle of people would come around, and he'd go up and ask for either an item or a place, or, basically like a Mad Lib. And he would go up, ask somebody for something, they'd give it to him. He would then memorize it somehow. So by the end of the skit, he had like a 2.5 minute long monologue that was all improvised and using words that other people had given him. He didn't come up with it. And it was just like, he would keep adding on and adding on. And so, yeah, it was like a 3-minute monologue by the time he was done. And he would do it all 2 times in a row, and he never missed. And it always got everything that everyone had said. And I think it made everyone who gave one of the words feel very special. And also it was just genuinely incredibly impressive to watch.
I forgot the year that the Hollywood Studios is supposed to be in. Is it 20s? I don't even know. 40s?
They're stuck. The citizens of Hollywood are forever time traveling in 1947. That is the year that they believe it is. And every time there's a new year, somehow they're still stuck in 1947.
That was great, though, because kids would have cell phones. Like Sammy, Aiden would have a cell phone, and they would be like, what is this? And they didn't know, because they were in 1947.
That's awesome.
It is right.
Yeah.
I would always say, like, I asked Dorma if she knew about Feud, which was the series about Betty Davis and Joan Crawford.
I saw your video on this.
Did you? And I said to her, I know it's the wrong year. And I thought she wasn't going to answer, but she says, have I seen it? Yes. Those two actresses? Yes. And she goes, I loved it. But I was surprised she answered because I thought she was going to be like, I don't know what you're talking about. She was like, that she couldn't get in.
I mean, if anything, she probably saw the real Feud.
Yes.
Well, that's like people. It was funny because people would compare the citizens to other characters, and if you know Flora Fiera, she is. Thank you, James. We love James. We love James. He got mad because we forgot Ace earlier, but we remembered. Flora, she was very, hardcore Cuban woman. We loved her, but people would think that she was Mary Poppins. So Juan wrote her a rip-off version of Mary Poppins, and it came out the week before his movie did, and then she would get mad about it. And Evie would get mad anytime someone said that she was Marilyn. Don't ever bring up Marilyn. Don't ever bring up Marilyn. Because
she was Marilyn-esque.
Well, Evie, and someone will correct me if I'm wrong here. Evie was kind of inspired by Marilyn Monroe, Mae West, Lucille Ball, and
definitely.
Was it? There was a play that this character that I saw the play. What was her name?
I wish Sammy and Jean knew who you were, because I know who. Do you guys know Jean and Sammy?
I don't know.
Evie Starlight.
No. Well,
Evie Starlight.
It's the voice of a. I actually can copy her voice, but I'm going to spare.
Do it, Kat. Try it. Come on.
We need to.
How you all doing? Welcome. Do it. Come on, Kat.
She has the voice of a screeching angel.
Screeching angel?
Yeah. Here, let me just get
beautiful, like sexy and everything. Yeah. Looked a little bit like Jessica Rabbit, maybe type.
Yeah, so she's the blonde. Okay. Yeah.
How you doing?
So like Edith Bunker.
James, don't say anything right now. Good God.
Hello, Hollywood. It's me, Evie Starlight. I'm not the brightest star in Hollywood, but I sure know how to sparkle. 99 of me's walked into a bar, and the bartender said, hey, you Evie Starlights, I'm not serving you in here. Now get out. And I don't have a rest of a joke, but I'm just going to shimmy and hope that people still vote for me.
Okay. Kat, no joke. That was really good.
It's like she's in the room. It really
yes.
is.
That, as much as I know Evie, that is as close as you're getting without her. That's great.
Yeah.
You could hear her from down the street. It was great.
Oh, yeah. I would just, you knew where she was. Because all you had to do was listen. Or with Flora, she would snap that fan and it would send your soul out. And I'd be like, where is she? And then people in Epcot started getting those fans. So you would just be walking around World Showcase and someone would snap it. And I would literally be like, where's Flora? Like, where is she? But
they were never at Epcot, right?
No, they were never at Epcot. But the thing is, that's how, like, with the citizens, you learn certain, like, things to listen for when you were looking for citizen, but you didn't know. So Evie, she would just scream. Did we come back?
It was such a great character. She was just.
Thank you, James. Yeah, it was a great cast, and the thing is, these people are so incredibly talented, and they inspired so many people, like people our age, to audition for like Universal, Disney, and they would go into entertainment because for us personally, we wanted to be like them, and they inspired so much in us. And getting to know them because we're local, so like they would get to know us and get to be more involved in our personal lives of like, you're going to Magic Kingdom, the Tonys after this. And I'm like, how do you know? How do you know? Well, I mean, I did that every day, but also how do you know? But they really took interest to where they kind of gave a lot of us who didn't really feel like we had anyone believe in like our dreams and what we wanted to pursue, have that to where they're like, We believe you can do this. Like, you know, if you want to go to entertainment, go to entertainment. Try something else first. Don't do it. Don't fall for it. It's a trap. But if you really want to do it, go for it. Like,
so the great news is that some of these people are still in other roles at Disney.
yes.
Not all of them. But if we make a little bit of noise as a group, at this point, I don't want to hurt their chances of coming back at all. Is it possible that if people write, it hurts? I don't think so. I think
I can't see that.
So from what I have checked, because I did make sure to check before we started anything, because the last thing we wanted to do was funny fact, Evie, I don't know if she's gonna like that. I'm telling everyone this. Her age in Hollywood, she was only 19.
I can see that though.
Yeah, Evie is supposed to be 19 years old. I don't know everyone else. Dara, I don't know how old Dara was supposed to be. Dara, like, she was like the Bette Midler type, for those who don't know. She was very Bette Midlery. But when we started pursuing the petition, we made sure nothing would be backlash towards them.
Yeah, because they didn't ask for this at all. We're doing it out of love for them, but nobody came to me or you or any.
No one came to us. When we just talked to the citizen fan base, and everybody was like, "How are we going to do this?" And
we're just like, would you sign something? They're like, I'd sign something. Would you sign something? I'd sign something. And that's kind of how it went.
And then I had a friend help me kind of word everything to make sure it was as professional sounding as possible, but also getting the point across. So as long as the citizens themselves, any of the citizens I will preference that want to come back, they do anything from what way.
All right, so my suggestion is if you I'm sorry, Kat. Once in a while, you froze up for a second, so I'm sorry if it looks like I'm interrupting.
No, you're fine.
What I would suggest is that you sign the petition, and if you do have memories that you really like, because I love them and I'm missing making more of these memories with, I want my nieces and my nephews to interact with these people and have this fun that you don't get anywhere else. I'm hoping that if we write to guest relations with our memories, maybe they will see, you know what, it's not a very expensive way to bring life to the park that's different than Busch Gardens, SeaWorld, Six Flags. So apart from that, before we move on to regular news and Disney stuff, Kat, Ava, is there anything else that you would suggest that we do to try to?
On the petition, I did list 2 different emails for guest relations as well, for those who cannot physically go into the parks but would like to send an email and also voice to Disney. Also, I would just say probably posting on social media, tagging Disney.
Yeah.
If you have any videos, you can post on TikTok, Instagram, anywhere that tag Disney and say, hey, we want these people back. We miss these people. We miss entertainment. Because the hope is if we are able to bring the citizens of Hollywood home, we can bring the citizens of Main Street home and any other entertainment that has been missing in the parks.
Let's ruffle some feathers and be a squeaky wheel, guys. Let's do it.
Exactly.
So again, where can they find the list to sign?
So the petition is, the link is in my bio on Instagram. I also posted the link. It's hard to click on my TikTok, but I do try to post the link in the comment on every TikTok I post about Hollywood whenever I can. It's on change.org. I think I also have it in my Twitter bio as well, if I remember correctly. So those are 3 places just with my social media personally that you can find the link.
So if we
Dan, please post it to your group. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say is if our mods could please put the links that for you guys in the chat right now so people can go to it and sign up. That would be great. I really, it's amazing what you guys are doing. It really is.
Yeah, I love that. Kat and Ava take something, they really went with it. And then, in the beginning, they were like, can you share this? And I'm like, yeah, okay. I didn't know if it was going to take off. And then a couple of other people shared it. It really did take off. And I'm so happy that something that at least they know they're loved, even if they don't come back. But Disney needs them. They need to come back.
Yeah,
100%.
Especially with Jolly Holiday coming up, the Citizens of Hollywood used to do a Glee Club skit at Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, how could you forget? I'm Rich Beatrice, Phoebe Bizarre. Phoebe Bizarre was the Eartha Kitt of Hollywood, and queen. But with the Jolly Holiday thing, you'd think that they would bring them back for that because they had a whole Christmas skit. But especially with the holidays coming up and all the things that they would do around those times a year.
It also gives you something to do during the holidays when the park is so busy and all the lines are so long, and you're just like, I need like a second of not waiting on a line, and it gives you something to do.
Yeah,
it definitely does.
All right, Gene, do we have a commercial before we go to the news stuff? And I think Ava and Kat are going to stay and give their 2 cents with our news.
Definitely. All right, so let's take a quick commercial break. Let's hear from our travel sponsor.
We'll be right back.
Hi, everybody. My name is Lisa Thompson, owner of MC Travel Company, formerly Mouse Class Travel. What started with a dream of building magical vacations for everyone at Disney World has now turned into creating magical vacations worldwide. We're 75% repeat and referral. That's because when clients first came to us, they came to us for our expert planning inside theme parks at Walt Disney World and Disneyland, as well as Universal. But now we have diversified and are now selling vacations worldwide. The reason why you would want to book with me is because no matter which vacation you book, you get the same group of hardworking agents all working on your vacation. There is not one single agent at my agency that you work with. When you book with us, you become our family. That means that the entire team at MC Travel Company works for you. We each specialize in a portion of your vacation and then bring it all together in the end for you to enjoy. So for your next vacation, consider MC Travel Company. And thank you, Panda, for allowing us to sponsor this channel. Have a magical day.
All right, guys. So some new stuff coming up. Boat transportation connecting Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Wilderness Lodge returning. It actually returned, I believe, October 1st. So a couple of days ago. This is something that's we've been waiting for this for a while. Finally, what's the holdup?
What took them so long?
You know, it's the blue route, which they say it's available beginning at 3 p.m. each day. Both resorts will have separate water taxi routes to each Magic Kingdom park, which would be considered the green routes, but now inter resort, which is the blue route. And they also brought back the Bay Lake boat transportation as well. It's also coming back the same day, which will be from it'll go from Contemporary Resort to Fort Wilderness Resort and the campgrounds and the Wilderness Lodge. So we got some transportation coming back.
That's awesome.
I remember going to Hoop-Dee-Doo. You needed it, and we just had the bus. So
yeah.
So there's that. Also, Pluto's Pumpkins Pursuit returns to Epcot for Halloween 2023. Is anybody doing this?
That's so cute.
That looks cute.
I like this.
They did it last year for the first time. It used to be a Disneyland thing. Now they did it. They're bringing it back again this year.
Oh, look how cute.
That's cute.
It's a need. It's a need.
Panda, you doing this?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm really I think I might just be buying the things, but yeah.
Ava and Kat, you guys are local, so are you doing it?
Yeah, we'll do it. Honestly, it looks really cute, and I love anything Halloween related. So yes,
definitely.
So the guests can visit Creation Shop, Disney Traders, or World Travelers to purchase a pumpkin-shaped map of Epcot. On the front of the names of several locations in the park that have the painted pumpkins. So there's
when did that start? Just recently, Gene?
I guess it just started October 1st.
Oh, okay.
Do you get all the pumpkins, or you get to pick which one you want at the end?
I'm gonna guess one.
I think you get one. I think you get one, and it might just be which
really
ones
like
have.
Which one?
Oh, Leslie Oeda said they signed it.
Thank you.
So hopefully everybody else gets a chance to go sign as well.
Yes, I'll put the link in the chat.
Go check
out.
out
Leslie, if you could even post the link in the chat, that'd be great, so that everybody gets it.
Oh, to the actual petition.
To the petition.
Good idea. That's a great idea.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that likes the Stitch one. Everybody's talking about they want the pink, the pumpkin Stitch.
Pull up the picture again real quick, Patty. Let me see.
It's cute.
Patty might have deleted. You know, sometimes he has to delete them to get the next one. Let's see if he's got it.
No.
Ava and Kat, if you ever need a producer, Patty is definitely not the guy for anything. If you ever look for a producer, girls, for anything.
Wait, I love the ears are different on the different characters. That's great.
Oh my god, that's adorable.
I think I like the I gotta be honest, I think I like the Stitch one best too.
Me too.
I think that's just the right answer.
Yeah.
I think that's just the correct one.
There you go. Cast members debut their new World Celebration costumes at Epcot. Let's take a look. We got some pictures. Oh, there we go. What do you guys think about what do you guys? Nothing too flashy.
They kind of blend in.
Yeah, they do, right?
They're a little gray.
Yeah,
it kind of gives me like Tron
like the
vibes.
gold.
They kind of look like the
Like a
Seattle
Tron.
Seahawks uniforms. A little Seattle Seahawk uniform with the neon green.
At least it's not their other uniform where it's like bright neon green.
Yes. Oh, so you know. All right. So Ava knows the Seahawks. I thought I was the only one that knew what I was talking about.
Nope.
Joey D in the chat knows what I'm talking about.
I didn't.
Sammy,
you didn't watch him last night? You mean?
Crushing the Giants, which made me happy. I hate the Giants. Anyway, so back to everything else.
I'm sorry, I gotta go.
No.
Giant fan?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Well, I'm a Jet fan, so I'm not any better.
You know what? I will root for anything that's a New York team because you kind of have to root for multiple, otherwise you're kind of screwed.
I always say my favorite teams are the Jets and whoever plays the Giants. That's what I say. All right, so we got the Frankenstein and Bride cookies from Gideon's Bakehouse. Let's pull those up so we can all our mouths will water.
Ooh.
So there's the Frankenstein cookie, which is dark chocolate cookie stuffed, double stuffed Oreos and M&Ms, and then we also have the Bride, which is white chocolate. Now, which
okay, that does not look like the Bride at all to me. I don't understand what this is.
No, it just looks like an M&M cookie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which one?
Honestly, listen. As a fat guy, I'm going to tell you, Gideon is not. That's not a cookie. That's a little pie. It's a little cake. That's a way for a fat person to say, "I'm only going to have one cookie." That's
they're like a muffin tops.
I'm not buying. Yeah, I'm not buying it.
No, out of the two, which do you like better, Panda?
Chocolate one, probably.
Sammy.
I want to say the chocolate one, but I feel like it's so much going on that one bite, I'd be like, okay, I'm done. But then the Bride one looks so plain, so I don't know if I would even get that.
And dry. The Bride one just looks dry.
Well, it's white chocolate. Ava and Kat, what about you guys?
White chocolate?
It is white chocolate. It's not like it's just like.
I probably do.
Yeah. I feel like, what do you think?
I would probably do like the Frankenstein one because I love chocolate. And so give me cavities. I don't care.
I was going to go with the Bride one because I feel like I'd be able to take more bites of it because I feel like the chocolate.
Shouldn't the Bride one have had like a stripe through it, like a white stripe?
Yeah. Something that says Bride of Frankenstein.
It wasn't very creative to me.
What's your favorite Gideon's cookie, Panda?
Oh, they had an apple walnut something, and it was amazing.
Oh, all right.
And their iced coffee was good too.
Out of the regular cookies, out of the regular 6 typically that are always there, what is your favorite?
I don't even remember what's typically there. I've only been there twice.
I think it's like so long. Coffee cake is one of them, right?
Coffee cake.
Their coffee cake is good, but their iced coffee
cake
in
is pretty
general
good.
is good.
It's really good, yeah.
What about you girls?
Oh,
I was like, I've only had like 1 or 2 from there, but the cookies and cream one, I think it was. I really liked, but I only had like 2 different ones. So
when I lived in Florida, I was there like a million times. Like, am I the only local that goes there a lot? I guess I am.
I mean, my sister works in the Grand Floridian Bakery, so I'm kind of spoiled.
Well, I don't know what to say now. Okay.
Sorry.
All right, let's go on to the next thing. Disney Plus password sharing ban beginning soon in Canada. Scary for anyone?
No, it worked for Netflix, by the way. They got a lot of subscribers after they cracked down on the password sharing. So I think Disney's just copying. Like, I think they were like, oh, okay.
Well, Pat borrows mine. Patty Puddles, our producer, borrows mine. So that might be out the window, Patty. So I don't know what to tell you, buddy.
I'll get Patty a login then.
He's going to demand a raise in order to pay for his own Disney Plus subscription.
Well, listen, if you knew our producer at all,
no.
You
Don't
see,
say
she's even Sammy's saying no.
He is amazing, and we're gonna move on with the next story because I love Patty.
Well,
I can always remove Gene if we need to.
That might be best. All right, so now we got our merch, and how do we do our merch? What do we always? Oh wait, no, did we want to talk about the wedgie?
Okay,
heard around the world.
Yeah.
You know a little bit more about the story than I do.
Well, when I first heard it, I laughed because it sounded like a guest doing a frivolous lawsuit. But then when you dive further, it's not. And when I say frivolous, is Disney, if you remember the hydrolators in Epcot for the living seas, somebody wanted to sue Disney because the pressure in her ears had exploded or something. The hydrolators never went up or down. It was so in court, she was embarrassed that there was no pressure change in your ears. So sometimes people bring frivolous lawsuits.
Yeah.
So when I heard,
look that up though before, like you think you would have made sure.
Before I got to the courtroom, yeah. So I just read somebody got a wedgie on Humunga Cowabunga. I've been on Humunga Cowabunga. I don't stop when I get to the bottom. I think I ended up in like Universal when I was done. No. But the lady said she got a bad wedgie, and I laughed. But then I heard that it was more than that. Water did rush, I think, inside of her, and it ruined a little bit of her intestines or something. So she either needs surgery or she got pretty injured by it. And I guess this is just, we were talking before, Kat Naver and Sammy, about that you're supposed to close your legs. Maybe they're supposed to tell you, and they didn't. And it was a freaky type of accident.
It's if somebody really did get legitimately hurt, then it's a sad story at that point. Nobody wants to see anybody get hurt on these things. So, all right. So let's get on to merch. Now everybody knows the rules of merch. When we pull up the picture, you say yes or no. So we either get a bunch of Y's or a bunch of N's for yes or for no. So are we ready? All right.
Ready.
So here we go. This is the Holiday Homestead Collection. So we got the Mickey wreath on the left. I guess it's a candle on the right. I don't see what kind of candle it is. I don't know. What do you? I'm like, no. That looks like that looks like something that like you make in camp on the left.
Yes. It's crafty panna cotta, whatever terracotta. I don't know.
Yeah. So let's go on to the next. All right. So now these blankets here, I like the blanket where it's got the little castle in it. It's got the plush.
That one's cute.
I would say yes to that.
Yeah, I would say yes to that.
Mm-hmm. Cats would love that blanket.
What about the pillow?
Oh, my cats would love that. My cats would love that pillow.
The pillow? They'd be making biscuits. You ever see when they do that kneading?
Yep.
My cat would love to tear up that pillow, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what Winston would be all over that. So we got these. I
like the bowls.
They're kind of cute. Yeah.
I like them. Those are some good pasta bowls.
Oh, those are cute.
See, those are too shallow for me. I need
that looks like that looks like a pet bowl, no?
That's what it looks like, but I think it's just a shallower bowl.
What are you gonna do? That's not. You can't put cereal in there.
Maybe
that's not for cereal.
Maybe dip. Yeah.
No.
Go back, Patty. Go back. Who likes these? Yes or no?
Panda? I would say yes. I think that they're cute. Put some chips.
You can't fit nearly enough food in these things.
I can fit 2 tacos for sure.
You can't fit.
I don't know about that. I think a handful of peanuts.
That's what I'm saying. Like, listen, I'd be like, if I put cereal in there, I'd be worried about the milk tipping out.
No, that for sure is not a cereal bowl. That's just like maybe like a little appetizer snacks type of.
Yeah,
I feel like you put like dip in there for chips or something.
Yeah, Simba I could see a dip bowl.
Yeah,
Simba might be right. There could be like a ramekin for a creme brulee, but I don't know.
All right, you can go on to the next one, Patty.
This looks very Coronado Springs.
Very much so, like very like Encanto-ish. I like these.
Yeah, I do. Mexican maybe.
Yes, I like these here.
I do like it for coffee. That looks. Oh,
now I feel like the shielding inside of a crock is weird. Is it not?
It is very weird, especially in Florida.
Because I feel like the one benefit of Crocs is you can wear them out in the rain and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
If they're fuzzy inside, then that's gonna get wet and
those are gonna smell.
Oh, you're gonna get fungus on your toes with this.
It's gonna feel awful.
Yeah, that's a no for me. Well, now what about these here? I guess these are like a frozen ears, right?
Yeah, they're
Elsa. Yeah, JSA creations are better.
JSA
I feel like they
Creations
made
definitely better.
there was no creativity put into this. This is, I mean, there's other Etsy shops that could definitely sell better. I don't know.
It looks. This is another one that looks like you make this in home ec. Like the ears don't look that great
Yeah.
around. I
Bowl's
remember I made a pillow in
terrible.
home ec. It was a shark pillow, and it looked something. It looked better than that.
I don't even think they give home ec anymore.
They don't do that. I
No.
guess that was a long time ago. I guess aging myself. Thanks, Sammy. We got the Disneyland hoodie with the zip up hoodie. What do you? All right, now this I like.
I like the color.
Yeah, right. Go,
Ooh,
Patty.
that-
You go. Patty goes so quick. He doesn't give you a chance to look at things.
I can't.
It's
Right?
teal.
I
It's
can't
okay.
either, Sammy. Right?
It's okay. I mean, I don't think I would get. I do like the other one that's coming up next.
Yeah, the other one.
Yeah. Let's
like
see it.
That
There
was
we
cute.
go.
Yeah.
I don't really like this one.
You don't
Why,
like,
you taking
the
it?
color?
I
Take
don't
it you
really
taking
like
it for granted?
But a bump.
But
I like it.
See,
Oh,
I like
ugh.
it better. See, that one looks better.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I like the old looking, like worn out T-shirt type of thing.
What about that pink?
That,
that's a
that's
better.
better.
It's like a dust.
I think that's
Yeah.
a slightly better pink.
yeah,
Yeah, that
that's
one's
more
cute.
calm.
Yeah. All right. Next one, Patty.
ugh,
Mm,
That looks plain.
it's
Yeah.
dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a no. Now here's the crossbody bag. That I believe this is only in Disneyland. This is very Mary Poppins-ish to me. I know this is supposed to be the
Dapper Dan.
I think it's the what do they call the I can't remember now. I'm blanking on it, but not Dapper Dan's. But either way,
Kind of looks like Dapper Dan's.
it does. It does because it's got the stripes, right?
Yeah, I would say that.
All right, Patty. Before we go to the next one, we got to take another quick commercial break and hear from our sponsors, JSA Creations. So
Yay.
let's do that real quick. There you go. There you go. So guys, go check out JSA Creations. They do a wonderful job with some wonderful ears. Sammy, let us see those JSA Creations real quick.
Yeah.
Put them right into the.
So these just came out. I haven't even.
These just came out.
It just came out of the plate.
Just
Hot
came
off
out of
the
the
press.
plate. Hot off the press.
That's
And it's-
awesome.
And it
It's
does
a-
have the theme on the back.
There you go.
And kind of.
Let me
Those
say
are great.
something. Joey does an amazing job with these ears.
You want to say a compliment to me?
You wear the ears well, I guess.
You look amazing in them.
No one else can top it.
But,
Joey-
Sam,
Joey,
but Joey does a great job making those ears. He does.
He does. He does. He's okay. I'm just kidding.
Ava and Kat, those come off. The ears, they click off, and you can
Yeah.
interchange them. But and I was worried that they might fall off. They are on so tight. They're great.
Nice.
Oh my god, I
Even the
love
both.
that.
You can kind of. They're great for like, especially when you're going on a ride or at
Yeah.
the end of the
Yeah.
day, your hair's all crazy and you're sweating from the day. You just kind of want to put your hair up and you don't want to wear the ears. It's just easy to store. And I personally prefer this way because you start collecting and it's easier to kind of put them all together than have like a wall of ear because I have a whole wall of launch flies. So I don't think I can do a wall of ears. But it's just an easier way to kind
Oh
of
my
store
God,
them.
that's
I love that.
incredible.
Yeah.
They do a
Suddenly
great
I need
job.
50 pairs.
Yes. Place an order right now. Do you take custom orders?
Hopefully eventually we probably will, but just at the moment it's just hard during the holidays because we always make a list of all the designs we want to do for the year, but then when the holiday comes I feel like we just throw that list out and we're like, oh my god, I want to do this instead and I want to do this one. So it's kind of hard. And Joey's been obsessed with like the classic Disney. So we've been coming out with, we took out all of our originals and we just started putting classics. We just kind of like more of the classic look.
I like the ones on your Instagram today with the Donald Duck in the devil costume. They look pretty good. They
that
were
one's
just
really cute.
yeah, they were pretty good. That was today, right?
Yeah, that was
yesterday?
today.
So, all right, let's get back to the merch, Patty.
Oh,
Now, what do you think about this?
cute.
What do you got, Sammy?
Are those shoulder pals?
I believe they're shoulder pals.
You know how much I love shoulder pals. I gotta have it.
So you have to put one on each shoulder?
I don't know. That's a good question. I think that they probably stick together.
Maybe because
Okay.
usually it's just one character. They usually don't do both.
All right.
What about Ava and Kat? You guys Chippendale
love
guys?
them. I think they're so
I think
cute.
they're adorable. I love that it's
Would it be a problem if it was 2 shoulders, or do you guys need it to be 1?
I've literally worn the shoulder buddy on my head, like I was wearing a hat, and I put it underneath the hat and put it on my hat once before, so I have no qualms about 2 shoulders.
I like that you can pick though if it is
If
like
it is only one shoulder.
yeah.
See what he did? See what Pat did?
No, that's fine.
We weren't even done talking about the shoulder buddy.
Okay, wait. So is this for a girl, a guy, or unisex? I don't know. The bow throws me off because then the leather makes me think masculine.
I don't know. It doesn't. It's just
Like,
it's a cowboy. It's a cowboy ear headband.
Ladies, you aren't wearing this, are you?
I would. My only concern is I don't know how comfortable it would be.
Okay.
Yeah, they do look
know what I mean?
uncomfortable.
They don't look like
Yeah.
the comfiest.
They look
For some
heavy.
reason, they look flat.
Yes.
They don't.
Yeah.
It's not like that puffy.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's okay.
yeah. I'm not into
Better
it.
than the other one.
I like the vibe.
Okay. See, I like that. I
The
like that.
13-hour watch. That's awesome.
I just wish they would sell me a face of that for my Apple Watch, so I don't have to.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Maybe that's coming soon.
Maybe-
I'm sure there's a shop that sells it.
So is
So
this a
there
yes
is a
for anyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 It does look like the center of my glow in the dark.
That would be cool if the
Yeah, it
center
does.
glows in the dark.
It's kind of
That
like that.
oh my god, yeah, that's really cool then.
You can't even tell the time. There's a 13 o'clock.
I can't read watches, so that's fine.
Who reads analog anymore?
Yeah,
It's fine.
Who don't read?
All right. What's the next one? There we go. All right. We got these Dooney and Burke for Disney 100. What about? Are you guys into these?
I'd be scared my mom be into it, and like that's what I need to get her for Christmas now. So
What about you, Sammy?
It's okay.
This is a Christmas collection.
Okay.
I like that. I like this one better.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
it's cute.
Why can't they come out with a man satchel?
Any purse can be a man satchel as long as you're brave enough.
That's true. That is true.
That's a good
That is
point.
true. I am not brave enough.
New Pirates of the Caribbean ears and headband.
These are cute. I think they're cute.
Out of all the ears that we've seen so far, I think these are probably the nicest ones.
Yeah.
Me too. I
Yeah.
agree.
I think
So-
they're the most creative.
I think we only have
That's
one left
cute.
for this, Patty, right? Is these? Oh, and yeah, I don't like these either. These are the other ones that look like they like you made these in camp.
It
They
does
look
look like
nutty.
you,
They do look
you
muddy.
made them in camp.
That's
Right,
a
but-
Yeti.
And that's the Yeti when
That is
when you see him in the projection version as he's jumping around. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like them. They look.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Yeah.
there's the pins.
Oh, that
Is
is
there
like
any-
a pop socket.
It does look like a pop socket.
That's not a pop socket.
No, it's a
I
pin.
thought it was.
Oh.
I think it would be better as a pop socket.
There we go. We got some shirts. Nah,
Wow, that really needs to be pressed.
this animal. Yeah. This Animal Kingdom stuff is kind of meh to me. Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think they would do so much more with Animal
I was
Kingdom
saying, I feel like
with the
Animal-
vibrancy?
They
Animal
always-
Kingdom is like the
Well, now
one
that's not bad.
I could totally
to go
picture you
wild
wearing this.
with.
I don't know if I could pull it off.
Jess would not allow
I'm,
it.
saying, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I would wear that.
There you go.
But that does not mean that it's good. Okay, that's not a judgment of that.
Okay.
What is-
that I kind of like, but what is it?
Is that a cup, like a
Coaster?
coaster? Yeah. Because
That's what it looks like to me.
pack.
Yeah, it comes with like in a stack of them.
Which would make your
Or
drink
is it an
fall off. I
ornament?
feel like.
Well,
Actually,
each
I
one
think
is
it's
its
an
own.
ornament.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a Christmas ornament.
Oh,
I think it's an ornament.
nah.
Yeah.
Menza.
Yeah. Men's.
That's
Magnet?
that might be a coaster.
They're really going with that Yeti swinging around.
Yeah, I don't really like any of this collect. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really feeling
Yeah.
the collection.
No.
I don't
And
know.
it kind of looks like Rafiki a little bit too. So I don't know. Like, is it Yeti or is it Rafiki? I don't know.
No, it's the
I think it's
Yeti
Yeti.
does.
Yeah.
He does
yeah,
that
I'm sure
swing.
it's Yeti.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
think
the
it is Yeti.
25th
It's
anniversary.
the 25th anniversary, and I feel like Animal Kingdom is like the one that you could really go wild with the merchandise, and I feel like they didn't.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Anyway,
okay.
The
last one was a magnet.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. So now we know the last one was a magnet.
I would wear that shirt. I would.
I know.
The shirt wasn't bad. I don't know if I could pull it off, but I did like it. Doing the button down, right?
This is what I'm currently wearing. So like, yeah, I would wear that shirt.
That's a little Animal Kingdom-ish.
Yeah.
So that's about it. So guys, we want to remind everyone to please go to check out their petition for the citizens of Hollywood, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And if our mods could please put those links up one more time, we really appreciate it. Any last thoughts before we get out of here, as far from Ava and Kat, as far as how important it is to bring these girls, these performers back?
Do you want to
I really feel like it.
You talk first.
Good.
I think that it's really important since, again, they bring a sense of magic and wonder to the parks that it makes the difference between going to Six Flags and going to Disney. They kind of bring that magic, especially for Hollywood Studios, because I think in the last few years it's gotten a little muddled with all the things that they've put there, which is still great. It's still a good park. But I think they always brought that little extra something of Hollywood to Hollywood Studios. And I think it's also just a really personal way to make someone's vacation. And it's not like a ride, it can change every time. If they wanted to update it, it's easy to update. You don't have to just wait and then get rid of it like a regular ride. And so it seems like the smarter thing to keep around, because it's something that you can easily change or update, and it's not too much money, I don't think. Not compared to building like a whole new roller coaster. But yeah,
I think the return on investment with guest satisfaction is ridiculous with the citizens of Hollywood. Yes,
and I know, even people who don't know about them, when you see them, you immediately become drawn to them. It's like if you're over at Universal and you're over in that San Francisco area, people might not know what the Beat Builders are, but the second they come out and start playing, they draw this ginormous crowd.
Yeah.
And so it's just something that draws people in, and I think it's important to have.
There's a personal touch with them, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Jumping off of what Ava said, they help create memories that you wouldn't get through any other interaction, whether it's going on rides or, not to diss princesses or any of the other characters, but you can have so much more freedom with them because they're not from a movie or television show or anything like that. So it's kind of like meeting someone new for the first time, but also them being a friend that you've known for so long. And every cast member holds magic within them. That's why the parks are what they are. And without the citizens of Hollywood, and I'll even add the citizens of Main Street and any type of streetmosphere entertainment, you lose that magic. And Hollywood Studios, it's kind of, as gruesome as it's to say, a corpse without the citizens of Hollywood. Right. They are the heartbeat of the park. They lit up. They used to roam all over the park, and then when they closed Streets of America and everything, they got pushed forward. Sometimes they would go into Mama Melrose when it rained and stuff like that, but otherwise they were kind of stuck by Hollywood Boulevard and Sunset Boulevard, but their impact was still so immense. They were added to one of the calendars, I think the 2019 calendar, they put them on for the Disney parks. But Disney knows that they make an impact. I just don't understand why they don't want to acknowledge the magic that they are. And by signing the petition, by voicing that you want them back, hopefully it will wake up whoever needs to hear it at Disney to realize, hey, we need more magic in the parks and we can't rely on rides. The rides are breaking down. I hate to say it, but the citizens, even if they break down, you can still have the most wonderful immersive time no matter where you are with them that you cannot get anywhere else.
Yeah,
Well said. Well said.
Yeah, there's nothing else to say.
Yeah.
I think that they're also like for annual pass holders. I think there's not a whole lot going on in the parks right now that's like kind of targeting annual pass holders.
Yeah.
And I think that that's something that kind of a lot of local people really, really loved going to see.
Yeah.
So I think that would be nice for the annual pass holders too.
Yes, definitely. But also just thank you guys for having us on the show. We appreciate you guys giving us a platform. I know we ramble a lot and never shut up, so sorry.
No, you guys are fine. You guys are great.
It was all good. All good. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. So we do want to thank Ava and Kat for stopping by and telling us about the petition. Hopefully you guys will go out and you've seen the link in there. I know Tina found the link to the actual petition, so you guys can go click on that. Please go sign it. It's so important to so many people. And we also want to thank begrudgingly Patty Puddles. He did an okay job today. We want to thank, but we want to super thank our mods, Tina.
Gene, we got 2 more commercials to get to, no?
Oh, we do.
Gene just is like, You know what happens? We get so caught up in what we're doing that we do forget. We do it all the time. I mean, everybody gets their views and stuff, but we do it all the time.
I apologize. Let's talk about Orlando Stroller Rental. Patty can pull that up real quick. Orlando Stroller Rental, the most professional and convenient stroller rental company in the business, the number one choice amongst Disney travelers. Orlando Stroller Rental has a huge selection of single and double strollers, and all strollers come with free cooler, parent console, and rain cover. They have a very convenient counter at the Orlando International Airport at Terminal B, side level 1, where they can even offer free delivery to Disney resorts, Universal Area resorts, as well as Airbnbs. So make the number one choice your choice. Orlando Stroller Rental, family owned and operated since 2008. Why travel with the stroller when you can just
Why? Why?
Don't do it. Just don't do it. All right, and then also we got to talk about Mickey Monthly, the best Disney subscription box in the business. There's a lot of others, but Mickey Monthly is the cream of the crop, tops of the top, and they have an amazing selection to choose from. The original box, which includes a mix of licensed and branded items that starts at $19 a month. They have a snack box, which this is a fantastic box, probably my favorite box. It's filled with snacks from the park, starts at $29.99 per month. They got lounge fly boxes, they got shirt boxes, they got pin boxes. They got so many boxes we can't even name.
A lounge fly box. That's got to be cool for some people.
It starts at $80 per month, and that's free shipping and handling. So you only pay for shipping and handling on that. So guys, go check them out. They do a great job. It's one of the best. It's the best subscription box in the business of Disney. If you want to get stuff from the parks, these are the guys to go check out.
Yeah, they're not just sending you junk. Some people are sending you 10 cents junk.
No. They even got a theme park experience box, which is their premium box, and includes only genuine and Disney park products, and that starts at $49.99 per month, plus shipping and handling. So make sure you go check them out. Their website is right there, www.mickeymonthly.com. And I apologize, Panda. I almost screwed that up.
Oh.
Well, by the way, Patty did put it on the chat to remind you, but you didn't see our producer writing to you.
Is it in the
I didn't even see it.
Yeah, you did.
I saw it, but I don't know what it meant. So I was like,
I was gonna say something, but I didn't want to I was like, am I allowed to say when something's important? Should I?
And you talk bad about Patty. Just saying.
MD1 just said they just signed. MD1 said they just signed.
And I just thank them. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, you know what? I still got to say that if Patty was on his game, he would have popped something up that I would have seen. I missed it.
Wow, so deflection.
I'm just saying, Patty could have done a better job. But listen, we're going to thank our mods. We're going to thank Tina. We're going to thank Paul. We're going to thank Molly. We're going to thank our new mod, Simba 2, which, again, we'll take care of that and get you wrenched up as soon as the show is over. And that's about it. Panda, anything?
Ava and Kat, I will be in touch with you girls. Thank you so much. Sammy, Gene, thank you guys very much. Gene, we don't know what we're doing next week yet as a topic. We have to have people suggest topics to us.
Yes, suggest topics in the comment section, and maybe we'll use it. Maybe we'll use it. So with that, is that about it? Adios time.
Yeah.